They actually did it! They actually did it! Holy boys. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was my reaction to the KNULL sneak peek. And I gotta say, I'm very hype. I'm extremely hype. I think KNULL is a really cool character. I'm gonna do some reading. I haven't done enough reading, frankly. But the little bit that I have done of him, I've loved every minute of it. I love the character design. I love how he's expanded the universe of the symbiotes. And yeah, I cannot believe we're getting him in Marvel Future Fight. I would be so jealous if any other Marvel game was getting KNULL first. So I gotta say, man, this game, they've been doing everything, almost everything right this year. So let's check out the sneak peek here, because there is more to it than just we're getting KNULL as a new character. An evil power from before the universe awakens. His prison is broken. A god is coming. As we have discovered, an alarming number of symbiotes have appeared on Earth as the hands of their dark god stirs beneath New York. We must prepare ourselves for the arrival of KNULL, the villainous god of the symbiotes, the ancient symbiote god, the king in black. So cool. Donnie Cates has literally run Marvel Future Fight for 2020, so that's pretty cool. Good job, Donnie. But here's the big part. Agents, prepare yourself to challenge the new difficulty of this intergalactic threat, Legend. Yeah, the fight against this powerful cosmic will soon begin. So there's a lot of stuff to unpack here. Let's go ahead and talk about it by looking at the sneak peek now. The sneak peek over here does have a few different things to show us, so let's jump right in. Hopefully it isn't too loud. So here we see the planet Clintar, which is the home of the symbiotes. We see KNULL's face, and then we see KNULL himself looking absolutely badass, completely unreal. So cool, right? But there's more. There's more, because as you can tell, so one person pointed out on Twitter that apparently the sort of, as the planet moves, it looks like it says T2. It looks like it says T2, which may symbolize that he's a native tier 2. Maybe. It might. Anywho, moving on. He's definitely going to be native tier 2, but here's why. So if you see there, that sound effect right there should be very familiar. This one. That symbol crash. And then if you take a look at it, it looks like KNULL is somewhere, right? There's like red brimstone. He's on a purple chair. He's in his World Boss Ultimate or World Boss Legend stage, right? So if we go back to Marvel Future Fight now, we're going to go back and cut to the Marvel Future Fight music, and we're going to go into a... Hey, what's up, Carnage? We're going to go into a stage. I'm going to purposely choose Thanos, and we're just going to dive in with any old team. It really doesn't matter who we choose here. I want you to listen to the Marvel Future Fight sound effects, okay? I'm not going to talk, so just listen to the sound effects when you start the fight against Thanos. So you've got the music, right? But listen to the sound effects. So he's there on his throne, right? And then when you tap the screen... Oh, it was right there, actually. I goofed it up. Sorry. So, he had the sound effects actually triggers midway through the animation. So I'm gonna go back. I'm actually gonna dial up the sound effects and dial down the volume of the game, so you guys can hear it more clearly. But let's go and check this out. This is exactly the same. So remember, in the KNULL boss, right? It sounds like, or actually here, you know what? I don't have time to switch them, so just listen to how it sounds. It's the exact same sound effect. There it is, that right, that sound effect right there. And so now if we cut back to the KNULL thing, right, it sounds like this. It's the exact same intro, right? It's the exact same sound effect for KNULL. And like Thanos, it looks like it looks like what happens when you zoom into the boss fight, right? He's sitting on his throne. He sees you come forward, so he slams down his Necro Sword, and he's like, come on. And then this Clintar is going to be the stage of the fight, right? So for Thanos, you fight him on Titan. For Ebony, you fight him on Nowhere. You see what I'm saying? For Null, you fight him on Clintar. Makes sense, right? So that's pretty sick. I'm going to have to do this here and set this up again. It's pretty annoying, sorry, but I have to go and swap this again. But we also have to do this. And so that lends itself, and that makes more sense now when they say on the forums that we need to prepare ourselves for the new difficulty of this intergalactic threat, Legend. So what I think that means is they're going to introduce World Boss Legend difficulty. And what that's going to mean is we're going to get a new world boss, Null. Whether Null is going to replace Supergiant or just appear, you know, up and to the right of Cull Obsidian, or whether he's going to appear somewhere else, maybe. But he's going to be somewhere on the screen as a fightable boss. And then, of course, you know that all of these characters here, they're bosses that you can fight, and then they become characters that you unlock, right? And that's why you don't have any biometrics of the character after you unlock them, because they're native tier 2. So native tier 2 Null boss, introducing a new difficulty. You can see select the difficulty. We've got beginner, normal, and then ultimate. There's going to be something called legend difficulty. And we don't know what that's going to be, right? You can speculate on it. There should be better rewards for legend difficulty, right? That's how the game should work. As you go up in difficulty, you go up in rewards. So there should be better rewards for legend difficulty. I'm really excited about that. But that is definitely the thing that Marvel Future Fight struggles with the most, is giving us good rewards. So we'll have to wait and see, and we will definitely have to be critical of them if the rewards are not up to par with the difficulty. It really depends on the ROI, right? The return on investment. If you need to bring tier 3 characters, if you must bring awakened transcended characters, if you must use CTPs of energy and CTPs of rage and Odin's blessings, if you need those things, if you need those expensive builds, then the rewards have to equal or you know, build up to equal those really expensive investments that you have to make for the game mode. But I'm very, very excited, because World Boss is definitely one of the best, if not the best, single best game mode in Marvel Future Fight. So them adding new world bosses is definitely something that I would always love to see them do. Now, them tinkering with world boss, tinkering with strikers, doing all these little changes, little nicky-nacky, ticky-tacky stuff, I don't like that. I personally don't like that. But I do really like them adding new bosses. I like them reworking existing bosses and giving us more content and tweaking the rewards, of course, as always. Now, what can we expect? Like I said, I have no idea, but that's the only thing I'm really looking forward to expectation-wise. I want a really good fight against Null. Like, I want the fight to be difficult. I want it to be fun. I want it to be something new. And I want him to be and hopefully he will be when you unlock him, a really badass character. Null can basically, like, he can take down Silver Surfer Black. That's how strong he is. He beheaded a Celestial. He is really, really, really strong. We're talking like maybe top 5, top 10 of all the Marvel Universe. He's incredibly strong. He had to be kept away and sort of locked away like in a Pandora's box type thing, because he was just too much of a terror for the universe to handle. That is some crazy power level to see in the game. He looks really badass. He looks really cool. I'm excited to see the Clintar stage. I'm really, really excited for this. I think this could be the update of the year if they rework Venom and Carnage properly, if this world boss stage is good, if the new rewards for the legend difficulty are good. I love the name Legend, by the way. You know, if this is all good, if the rewards are good, if they tweak rewards for other game modes, I think this really has the possibility to be an insanely good update. Clintar, man, it's gonna be so sick. So the other thing is, not hopefully, but presumably he will be universal, because he's a cosmic threat. He's an alien. There's a possibility, however, because just throwing this out there, Gladiator is an alien. Okay, Gladiator is whatever, Chandalar from Chandalar or whatever his he's a Strontian, so he's definitely not human. He's alien, right? He's alien male superhero. but he's combat type. So there's a possibility that Null will be combat. He's probably going to be universal, but there's definitely a possibility that he's combat. He's probably not going to be speed. He's probably not going to be blast. Hopefully he's not blast. But yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 universal native tier 2 world bosses. We have 1 speed universal speed native tier 2 world boss. And then we have 2 blast and then 1 combat. So maybe he'll actually, you know what? Maybe he'll be underneath Apocalypse and he'll be a combat type. Who knows? Who knows? I can't wait to see what this page is going to look like. I imagine one day that this page is like almost full or almost half full. And there's like, you know, 30 different bosses you can choose from. That would be sick. That'd be kind of confusing, but it would be kind of dope too, because you'd have so many different options. But the only problem is right there. Yeah. So anyways, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of Null. I am over the moon excited. I'm getting excitement and hype for the similar to the way that I felt and the kind of hype that I got for Immortal Hulk. And that update ended up being amazing for so many reasons. So I cannot wait for this one. Oh man, I'm like at 100% maximum hype. Thanks so much for watching. Hit me up down below in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.